Alright folks, we're here at Cerritos for the title matches of today's JBT event. And a little bit of JBT history here is we got all four left-handers still alive for the title. Lefty versus lefty in scratch and handicap. In the scratch division, top seed Dustin Grant from Reno is taking on Wesley Lowe from Palmdale. Dustin looking to make his long trip worth it. If you haven't seen Wesley bowl before, look at this. Lefty, little guy, two-hander, all the power in the world. And 10 in the pit for him. Gives him opening spare strike.
You want to try it?
Much taller Dustin.
What'd you say?
Started with a strike in his first frame, and he can double up here to take an early lead. See the high backswing. And 10 in the pit for Grant does give him that early lead. Over in the handicap division, top seed Alex Zwingmann looking for his second career JBT title. He is going up against number 5 seed Mark Hugelmaier. Mark also looking to make history of a different sort here. Mark won the last 2 SoCal conference tournaments. Can you tell Dustin to... Mark won the last 2 SoCal tournaments, looking to make it a three-peat in SoCal. I do not remember the last time we had a bowler win 3 consecutive SoCal or tournaments of any type. I know Scott Carnahan did it way back in the early days of JBT. I don't remember if anybody in handicap has done it since. A few scratch division bowlers have won 4 in a row. And Hugelmaier opens up with 3 in a row. So maybe that's a good sign. As he's looking for 3 titles in a row, he opens up with 3 strikes. But as we move quickly here, Zwingmann strikes right back at him. Alex opened in his first, so it's open double against Hugelmaier's triple, and Mark's giving 18 pins. Here's Lowe in his third strike working. Oh yeah. It's our surge, but not the cord that goes into the wall. Right.
That's theirs?
The cord and the surge are ours. The cord that's in the wall is theirs. So obviously the lanes opened up quite a bit here. The scoring pace was a little low earlier on during the day. Looked like they were a pretty heavy oil out there. Since then the bowlers have carved out a pattern here and have really started to throw the strikes. As so far through 12 shots we got 10 strikes on the board. That's pretty darn good as Grant opens with that triple. Yeah, the cuts reflected that. A cut with plus 20 in the scratch division, so not too high for a house shot. And over in the handicap division, the cut was actually minus, so it really took a while for the lanes to open up. And all of the lefties playing essentially the same place on the lane. Same generic break point too. It's just a matter of matching your rev rate to that break point. All of them getting out to between the first and second arrow. That was another good shot from Mark that doesn't carry, and a big chance for Alex here working on that double. No, he gets a bad break. Bad break to not strike, but great break to get the 5-pin out there and leave only the 10-pin. As I said, Alex getting 18 and trails in this match early by 21. So Mark's made up that handicap difference. We got a lot of game left here to go. House shot, Mark's just going to get this ball off to the right and hopefully have the ball hook over into the 10. It does, no problem there. Alex is going to try and copy that. Hang on, which he does. So there you go. Carbon copy there on those 2 spares. Low up quickly, working on a double. One of our youngest scratch division champions. He won his first scratch title earlier this season up at Red Rock in Las Vegas. And he ties up the match with that triple there in the 4th frame. No fear, ton of confidence. All the tools to be a superstar in this game, as does this guy here. Again, bowling out of the Reno area up in northern Nevada. He's got a 240 league average at home in his house league. So when he's on his shot, he knows how to just strike all day, and he opens up the title matches 4 in a row. Did well in the main event. That was the sort of debut with us this season. Said, hey, this is a lot of fun. I'm going to travel to some regular season ones. Happy to have him. If you're watching this, we'd be happy to have you too. If you're 21 and under and don't have a PBA card, you're eligible. Any age, any average, 21 and under. Alex's lone title came last season in Ventura up at Buena Lanes. 5th frame spare working. See him hold that follow through, but that time comes in high and leaves a 6-10. Mark won at Canyon Lanes on Saturday. He won at Canyon Lanes on Sunday. So hard to win 3 in a row.
160 resetting.
And that time misses way left. It was only the 1-3.
Yeah.
The reason why it's so difficult in the handicap division especially is because after each win, typically your average is going to go up. Unless you found an extremely low scoring tournament where the scores aren't low enough to raise your average. That wasn't the case. Both Canyon events were somewhat high scoring, as Alex just converts the 610. So Mark's average was somewhere in the 160s when he entered at Canyon on Saturday. It was at 188 today, so his average skyrocketed up, yet he was still able to overcome that. And look out though, ooh, overcome that and be here in the title match, but that may be a costly error down the line as he misses the relatively simple spare. See how Grant with the little, the scratch pullers have the higher rev rate. They're attacking the lanes. They're further right on the lanes. Lay it down further right, but still trying to get it out to that break point. That ball didn't get as far left as it needed to. That's why it came up high and left the 4-pin. Wesley with the most rev rate out of all 4 finalists, so he's further right on the lane, going to play more of a belly. Still out to about that 5-6 board. And right there into the 1-2 pocket. Gives him a 4-bagger and ties up the match again. We're all square if Dustin can spare this relatively simple 4-pin. No trouble for him. Earlier in the handicap stepladder was all Hugelmaier. He had to go the long way today. He's defeated BJ Harlan, Alex Bissett, and Robert Lim in order. Robert Lim in a roll-off after Lim got the last 4 strikes to tie at 208. He unfortunately chopped a spare in the second shot of the roll-off to give Hugelmaier the win. Here's Alex up here in the 6. Yeah, tilts that 5-pin over. And he's back in the lead in this match. He trails by 10 on the board, but again getting 18. So he leads by 8. Hugelmaier working on the open, and that's wide left again. But all the hook comes back. Gets it to carry. Characteristics of a house pattern, you're going to get friction on the edge and a bunch of oil in the middle. So if you miss left, it comes back. If you miss right, it holds pocket for the lefties. That's why you're seeing a lot of strikes right now. All square with Grant and Lowe, 6th frame. Who's going to have the better second half? That ball a little right of target, like we talked about, it holds in all that oil, but it doesn't drive through in that case. That's how you leave a half 7-pin, which he does right there. Wow. With that much power, that 7-pin might as well not exist for Lowe, as that makes it up to a 5-bagger, and he increases the lead to 11. Grant hasn't had to shoot too many spares today, but he has no problem with that 7-pin. He qualified first at plus 243 for his 8 games. 7 of the 8 over 200 at a high of 248, which was his 8th game today. Wesley qualified second at plus 217, and it took plus 145 to make the finals today. That was Derek Acuff, who was as low as minus 40 today and made a real nice run to get into the top 5. Alex trying to double up here, but that ball's tugged. Second that left his hand, he was begging for that to go. Brooklyn didn't quite get there. And a chance for Hugelmaier to tie it back up here in the 7th. Competitive matches in both divisions today. How about another tie in the title match? Wouldn't that be something? Oh, great shot that time from Mark. As opposed to the half 7 last time, that's a solid 7 where it's right in the pocket, but the 4 just accelerates around the 7. Bad break that time. Sometimes it comes down to a carry contest, especially in these late frames. That was one that Mark wanted badly. Got to regroup, make your spare, and look out. Doesn't do it. So 2 now crucial missed spares from that right-hand lane. Meanwhile, Alex does pick up his spare and increases his lead as a result. If Mark loses this and he's a lot of match left, he's going to look back on especially the 5th frame, but that 7-pin also that he just missed right there. Wesley now looking for 6 in a row. Right of target equals high hit equals a 4-7. Anybody's game here still early. Dustin, a tall guy, gets a lot of momentum with very short steps. Look how high that backswing gets. Nice ball from him. As a result, Wesley has to virtually sprint to the foul line to get the ball speed that he needs. Ooh. and slides by the 4-7, and he's sliding out of the camera zone there. He is, guarantee you, knowing Wesley, he is furious on the inside of himself for missing that spare and handing the lead to Grant. Ouch. All these strikes, but it's been the spares letting the bowlers down so far. Bo Burton used to say it every Saturday in ABC, strike for show and spare for dough. Let's see if Mark can recover from these opens. Oh, and high again. Oh, what a break at the end, though, to get that 10-pin out. That could have been a wide open split for Hugelmaier. And again, a light hit for Alex doesn't quite carry, leaves the 10-pin. So, it's a 1-pin game on the scoreboard right now if they both spare up their shots. This is the finals. She wants airtime, I saw that. Another close spare, all right. Not perfect, but the pins fall for Mark. Let's see if Alex can do the same here. He almost missed the 10-pin to the right last time he shot it, so. Oh, look out! Oh, and unfortunately I predicted it, and can somebody who knows these machines grab that, please? Mrs. Hefner to the rescue. Oh, she's trying. Here's low. Now trails by 2, but strikes in the 8th. So Alex gives back a spare that Mrs. Hefner to the rescue, folks. Thank you. Alex gets back one of the spares, and now, as a result, trails in the match by 10, so with the pins he leads by 8. Dustin has been handed the lead thanks to Wesley's spare miss. He leads by 2, can extend to 12 by doubling here in the 8th. Good shot. 10 in the pit. There you go. Nice job from Grant.
Stay down.
9th and 10th frames are going to tell the story in both these matches right now. Again, Zwingmann with the 8-pin lead aggregate. Oh man, wow. Nice shot and the light hit. The pins forget the 5 and the hands go up. That's what that wry smile is all about from Hugelmaier. Boy, and Alex gets lucky breaking up that split. The old tradition of raising your hand every time you leave a 5-pin. So if you miss the 5-pin, Mark's supposed to buy these guys a drink. You gotta love your hometown crowd, don't you? Now really, this shouldn't be any problem for him. As dicey as the spares have been, and it's not. We're going to catch Alex's spare attempt, then we want you to switch on over to part 2 of this. It should be a dramatic conclusion. We'll see who wins. Oh, and Alex misses that spare. Are you kidding me? And hands the lead to Hugelmaier.